Welcome all to those that chose to watch this video in a sea of all the other channels doing exactly what I'm doing, but not to my quality. Today we're watching just another different-ish movie, something a little bit more ghoulish than normal. Today I'm watching a movie Completely Blind, meaning I have never seen a review. I didn't even watch the trailer. I didn't even look at anything this movie had on ratings. I didn't even read the reviews. This movie, if I'm going to be honest, kind of cruel what I'm going to say, but it would have made your average blind man wish he was also blind and deaf. But it wasn't, horrible, if you know what I mean. If anything, I thought it was a bit too quiet in certain portions of the movie, but it was like negative 100 decibels when they were explaining on why this place was haunted. But it also, whenever there was jump scares, it would like blow out your eardrums. That's how loud it was. And there was a little bit of flashing lights. So if you're epileptic, don't watch that movie. But if you're not, it's fine. But the movie I'm watching and reviewing today is The House on Haunted Hill, 1990, 1999, not 1996. That one's not real. But the one in 1999, I emphasize that one more because they actually had one in 1959, and I didn't watch that because I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it if it's not free. But this marks, or at least this film marks day 8 of my daily October horror film reviews. And if I'm going to be honest, I probably should have just streamed, I don't know, playing some horror games, because goodness gracious, you guys will not see a full length video by like November or like anywhere near December, because I'm going to be so burned out. But I know you guys don't really care about that. You just like listening to my bad summaries and my worthless opinion. But just as I've stated for most of the movies we've seen, viewer discretion's advised because this movie's pretty gory, and there's also like 20 seconds of bare boobies. So if you're uncomfortable with that, don't watch the movie. Also, if you're also epileptic or just scared of blood, why are you even watching this movie? It's got a lot of flashing scenes. It's really gory. Like there's this one scene where a lady is like drowning in a vat of blood, which is pretty crazy. But you don't care. I gave you the discretion. You have been warned. Let's get into the movie. The movie starts out by introducing a businessman that shows off his roller coaster. Surprisingly, not to turn out like that one scene from Final Destination, and I'm pretty sure you know the one I'm talking about. But they actually stick the landing, and nobody dies. Yippee! We later see that he invites people to his wife's birthday party and leaves them in a room, only for the computer to invite some random people with zero aura. Negative Riz. I'm talking these are people you've never heard of, but have definitely been on like a D tier casting couch. The people he invited, or the ghost invited, consisted of a failed TV show host, Mini Kobe Bryant, somebody's housemaid, a guy who looks like he's got a license to goon, and some guy that looks like he sweats when he's told to talk to women. Fast forward in the like 30ish minutes into the movie, we get our first kill. And if I'm being honest, it didn't really make me feel that bad because the TV show lady dies, and the reason I don't feel bad about her death was because she is like actually, or like she is so stupid and like brain dead. Like she decided to split off from the entire group when they've been invited to like this mansion by a man who's known for doing whatever it takes to scare somebody. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I would have like not done that. I would have like stayed in like the main hall. I would like, you guys have fun. I'm not dying here. But I probably should have clarified that uh their like attending thing. If they stayed the full night, they get $1 million. So I can understand why the business roller coaster theme park tycoon guy would do anything to keep him from, staying there. Because I don't know. He did not understand that the building was going to be in a full lockdown, and it was just stupid because, like, this lady is actually brain dead. I don't know what she was thinking. She said, "Oh, this is going to be so good for my show." I'm like, "You said your show was canceled. Like, what are you doing, buddy?" But anyway, he didn't, the roller coaster guy, uh, he didn't, or at least, Jesus, my bad. Didn't mean to use the Lord's name in vain. But, he did not exactly know that the building was supposed to enter a full lockdown because he didn't have control of it. And neither did the guy he had control of it understand. But I think that kind of summarized them being stuck and why they should have stayed together as a group, especially since one of them kept emphasizing how the building is haunted and will kill them without giving a second thought. All right, let's keep moving through this nasty, decrepit building. The remaining people start fighting each other, except for the mini Kobe Bryant and the film producer lady, also known as the housewife lady. They awfully get close, like within an hour of meeting. Like this guy's already grabbing at her, and she's fine with it. She's like giggling at it, which is crazy. Unfortunately, this wasn't exactly a great little honeymoon for the businessman and his wife because they seem to fight each other and go back to loving each other. It's like watching a bipolar telenovela you'd watch with your Mexican grandma, or if you don't have one. I don't judge, you know. We've all got that family member who watches those kinds of shows. But anyway, the watch guard that was supposed to be helping the businessman scare these people gets his freaking cranium ripped out by the whole dang ghost that we actually get to see. Also, another honorable mention is the Gooner doctor is stabbed to death by the businessman's wife because he was her lover and tensions were low, so they kind of wanted to keep us hooked in, so she just stabs him to death. Another little inkling or moving into the movie, the businessman is supposedly shot to death by the film producer housemaid woman, but since she like shot him with a gun he gave everybody that had blanks, he actually lives. But the only way they show like blood coming out of him is because it later is revealed that he has like this vest that squirts blood out because of course he does. Um, the businessman actually comes back to like I don't know. He like roams the basement until he finds his wife, and she's like, "Hey, woman, you a hoe." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I never loved you. I love that filthy green roller coaster tycoon money." And this straight up revs the ghost engine because it straight up grabs her and it sucks her up like she were a Capri Sun with that little bit of juice inside. I know exactly what that was like. I was that little fat kid who was like using two hands to squeeze every little drop out. So you can't tell me that every time you have one of those things, you just throw it in the trash. It doesn't look like it's just squeezed to death, but it looks like her. Her little disheveled shell of a body is blown away in the stale, crisp basement air. With all the other survivors trying to pry open a window, the businessman actually runs all the way to them and accidentally gets the guy that sweats in the presence of women killed, and then is promptly absorbed to join the mass forgotten souls. This then causes all of them to flee to the attic to escape through a window that the businessman was able to open by breaking the winch that raised the protective shielding and encased the house. The businessman, he shows he's a good person and he sacrifices himself to save the final girl and her friend. That's right, Minnie Kobe Bryant is just a friend. So they can oh my goodness. My bad guys. I didn't mean to have a stroke today. Must have been all that salt I ate. But unfortunately the girl gets out of the house and she's able to leave. But mini Kobe Bryant stuck. He was like doggy doored and couldn't get out. So what does he do? He like begs the ghost and tells them that he's actually adopted. And they're like, I don't care, bro. Come on, throw your hands, put your paws up. Instead, the guy who's scared of women manifests into the land of the living, and he's able to open the window, and he saves mini Kobe Bryant, and he blows sweet nothings into the air, and that sweet nothing consisted of 5 milli, and it gets stuck in the windowsill, and it makes both of the two survivors millionaires. But unfortunately, they're stranded on the roof of the asylum, and they don't know how to do anything about it. That sucks. But the ending of this movie is not bad. I mean, it's kind of funny, I guess. But if you stuck around this long to finish my poorly said summary of this movie, I want to say thanks to all of you. And as always, I'm going to say it every video, I'm going to say this. So you better prepare yourself. And if you're watching this for the first time, watch the movie yourself. My review, in my opinion, shouldn't matter to your experience. What I got is what I garnered from the film. That's my processing of information spitting out to this computer of nobody because it's like three people who watch these videos and they don't even watch them to the end. But I'm just gonna say, watch the movie yourself. But like, I saw this on Tubi because I ain't gonna pay that 3.59 to watch this short movie. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna pay any money to watch a movie unless I get to keep it as a physical copy. Like, let's be real. You can pay money online for a movie, but that doesn't mean you own it. That just means you're like renting it permanently. But it's time for my opinion. I know you guys don't care about it, but I gotta say something so YouTube doesn't copyright strike me because I'm not committing anything, I don't know, artistic or whatever. If anything, it's autistic about what I'm gonna say, but I like the movie. but I can understand why it got a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes. But then again, they did say Cuties was a good movie, and they gave it a 90, so if anything, don't listen to a professional reviewer. Just go with the verified reviewers on Google. They actually said this movie had an 86% viewer enjoyment. And I can agree with that 86%. If anything, that's so much better than like IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and that 5-star trash system. Because sometimes the bad movies are actually kind of good. But it's that time we go back to the end. And as always, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Bye.